All right, welcome to CrossBonesMMA Rewind for UFC 182. My name is Eddie Law. I'm your host tonight. With obviously with the or again, if you haven't seen any of these rewinds, it is basically a very quick reaction to the event. I try to do these right after the event is over, or after it ends. Obviously, I had to get home, so. It's been about 30 minutes since the event ended. And possibly Google Hangout has been giving issues to a lot of people, especially including myself. So if this video seems really, really choppy, go ahead and just, stop watching it now because it's going to be choppy the whole time, likely. And you can tune into Bad Decisions tomorrow on Blog Talk Radio, and we will be tweeting those links out at CrossBonesMMA and at ELAW31. Also on Facebook at facebook.com/CrossBonesMMA. Anyway, so let's talk about what happened tonight. If I seem tired, it's because I am. Yeah. It's I don't know. It was a long night of fights. But let's go over the winners, and then we'll talk about a few of the fights. Alexa Dufresne lost to, Marion Renew. I don't know how to say her name. Wins a decision over Alexis Dufresne in the early prelims, the only female fight of the night. After that, Omari Akhmedov defeats Mats Nilsson via decision. In the Fox Sports 1 prelim, Evan Dunham wins the decision fight against Rodrigo Dam. And then after that, Sean Jordan knocks Jared Cannonier out cold, and then does a flip that we didn't think he could actually pull off. So Sean Jordan gets another knockout win. Then Marcus Brimage gets knocked out by Cody Garbrandt, and I believe it was the third round. I don't remember exactly, but that was actually a pretty fun fight to watch. And then the nastiest knockout of the night, spinning back fist from Paul Felder, knocking out Danny Castillo. Did not think that was going to happen. I think Castillo would get the knockout himself, but still a fun fight to watch. And then the very first main card fight, a fight that I thought would I was calling it an execution, because Josh Brickman coming from WSOF, it almost looked like he got signed by the UFC just to fight Hector Lombard. And I thought it was going to be a very, very devastating first-round knockout. Josh Bergman, to his credit, he's very, very durable, apparently, because he took a lot of punishment. And but Hector Lombard wins a decision over Josh Bergman. And now you got to start asking questions of who Lombard's going to fight next. He said in the post-fight press conference he wants to fight Rory McDonald. He wants to fight Rory McDonald. It says like that. He's Cuban, I think. But he wants to fight Rory McDonald. I mean, I can see it happening, especially now they're going to do the rematch between Hendricks and Lawler, but obviously it's up to them to figure that one out. Then Kyoji Horiguchi defeats Louis Gaudinot via decision in the second main card fight. Then after that, Brett Tavares in a very, very good. It wasn't, I want to say impressive. It was kind of, to be honest with you, it wasn't that fun to watch. Brett Tavares won a decision fight over Nate Marquardt. The most impressive part of the whole thing really was the leg kicks. They tried to trade him back and forth, and in the third round, Tavares was just landing leg kicks like a beast. It was really fun to watch. Then in the co-main event, Donald Cerrone dominates Miles Jury. The leg kicks were huge, and at the end, Miles was running away. He really was, and he was trying to break contact. Cerrone was getting upset by it. Miles wanted to take the fight to the ground, and a lot of credit to Miles. In that first round, he was in trouble. Near the end of that first round, Donald took his back, and got him in a lot of trouble with submissions, and Miles survived. So a lot of credit to the jiu-jitsu black belt, but Cerrone striking pressure and there's just too damn much, So Cerrone wins that one, and you start talking about possible title shot, and does he deserve it? Yeah. Will he get it? Not yet. I don't think he will, but we'll see. Then in the main event, probably to me the most exhausting thing of the night, the reason I'm tired is for the fact that I was like, sometimes you get emotionally invested because you're big fans of somebody. I'm a big fan of Daniel Cormier, because of the stuff that he's accomplished and the things that he's done and things he's overcome and everything. And I really don't like who John Jones is as a person, because he's clearly let it out that he's pretty damn fake. So I stick with that. I'm not one of those that's gonna backpedal and be like, oh, I always like John Jones. I still don't like John Jones, but I respect him as an athlete and as a fighter, as a competitor. The guy, John Jones at the end of the day could go down as the best ever. He wins a decision over Daniel Cormier. Judges had it 4-1 in Jones' favor. I don't see it that way. I think it was more like 3-2, but the judges are judges. I thought it was tight going into the fifth. In fact, a lot of people on Twitter were telling that I was talking to were saying that whoever wins the fifth round wins the fight. I didn't agree with that. I thought that that if it was that close, the judges would lean towards the champion regardless, and that Daniel Cormier was going to have to win that fight and take that belt, but be a finish. He wasn't able to do so. He was, to my surprise, kind of. Well, let's go from the beginning. John Jones held him at bay pretty good with his range, with kicks, the oblique kicks, the dirty little knee kick that he does. That's legal, by the way. The strike and the jab and everything was good on John Jones' part. Daniel Cormier was able to get in there and land a lot of uppercuts. But the shocking part to me was the fact that John Jones could take Daniel Cormier down so easily. He did it 3 times, 4 times, I believe, and maybe even 5 times. I'm not sure, but Cormier only got him once. So, and it wasn't that impressive. So that part was impressive to me. That tells me that Cormier might have been injured. I've heard a while ago that his knee, he was already, had a knee injury and everything, but obviously it's not an excuse. You can't give excuses in title fights at all, but he didn't use it at all. But he did not look right. He really did not look right. But credit to John Jones, used all of his weapons, showed how versatile he truly is. The guy is just that damn good. And I can see at the end of the day, he could go down as the best to ever do it. And honestly, you hope to see someone that can defeat him. A lot of people say Gustafson's that guy. Gustafson has to get past Anthony Johnson, and obviously we don't know if that's going to happen. And so I want to see that rematch with Gustafson and Jones, of course, as everybody else does. But John Jones has become a character in the MMA. He's a guy that's not. Seems like he's not afraid of being the bad guy. He at least pretended to be very respectful in the post-fight press conference. Said a few backhanded things or whatever. But John Jones has become a character. He's become a type of guy, a type of fighter that is, is very, very close to the aura, to the awe, I guess, to the aura of a GSP and an Anderson Silva. So, I don't know, man. I was very impressed with Jones. Very, very impressed with Jones. Like, I kept saying it during the fight. I was like, I'm impressed with this guy. I don't know, like, I knew he was very, very good. I didn't know he was incredibly good. Like, I didn't think he was incredibly good to stop Daniel Cormier from doing anything he wanted. I thought Daniel Cormier was the guy to do it. So, John Jones just moves on and he'll take on the winner of Gustafson Johnson. And, Daniel Cormier, who knows what's up for him, what's up next for him. He didn't make this a close fight. He didn't, or in the judges' eyes, he didn't make this a close fight. So, does he go back up to heavyweight? Does he stick at 205 and work his way back? Questions to be answered probably very soon, probably in the next few months. So, overall, a lot of decisions on this card, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it thoroughly. The one thing I did notice before I leave you guys now, but because I'm exhausted and I need to get some sleep, but this fight, I think, will go down as one of the at least, if not one of the most, maybe not one of the most important fights, if not one of the biggest fights that ever happened in the UFC, at least one of the best promoted ones, because people that that don't know a damn thing about MMA watch this fight. I have people that I have friends that don't know any damn thing about MMA tell me, hey man, you watch UFC, right? I'm like, yeah. And they're just like, who do you think's gonna win, Cormier or Jones? I'm like, do you know what either one does? No, not really. But everyone was talking about the fights, So you had a lot of casual fan and even non-casual, people that aren't really fans yet talking about the fight. So, you hope that that becomes something that makes the sport more popular. But again, you know, I don't know. I enjoy the card very much, and I'm happy to see more people watch it. So, anyway, yeah, announcements tomorrow. I'll be doing Bad Decisions at its usual time of 2:30 Pacific, 5:30 Eastern. So tune in for that. We'll be talking more UFC 182 and among other things. And that's it. So thanks for tuning in to CrossBonesMMA Rewind UFC 182. I'm Eddie Law, and I will see you guys around. Good night.